going on? It's your good pal Seabear Talks. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded a video, but I wanted to start a new series, and this is going to be about my road to $100,000 portfolio. So I know you guys may have wondered, like Seabear, where did you go? This is for my regular viewers, but life happened, I guess, with the just keep it very brief, but with the horrible job market, some things happened with the job I had lined up, and then I had to really buckle down and focus on life, and couldn't really put much time to this YouTube thing. But now that I'm a little more secure with my job, and I wanted to create a challenge like this, I wanted to try to build up a portfolio that I've always was dreaming of while I'm in school. So maybe in another video I'll touch basis on what actually happened with the job that I had lined up and all of that stuff. So for right now, I just want to go over this series. I plan to update you guys probably once every week. I'm not sure exactly right now. So what am I going to be doing in this week? I'm going to show you my new balance, what I've been doing differently within my portfolio, because it's going to be just made up of different index funds, different stocks. I'm going to show you like what my mindset is behind what I'm investing in, why I'm investing. Why am I picking the stocks I'm picking? Why am I picking the index funds I'm picking? So I know that it's 0 to 100K, but this summer while I was working, making some money, I actually started a little bit early. So how would I dive into my portfolio right now and show you what I have already? And then we can kind of like go over in this first episode what I'm invested in, what I'll be doing, and the balance I have currently right now. Before I hop into my portfolio currently, I wanted to talk about what I think will come of this series. I believe that from this row, 0 to $100,000 portfolio, I think that we can learn together. We can learn how to properly invest, what to invest in, different ways to make money, different ways to increase our incomes. I know from you guys previously seeing my episodes, I was kind of steering my channel more towards a financial channel, more of like a financial literacy. And I'd like to continue that, kind of go, like I said, off financial literacy, financial philosophy, and just different videos that I enjoy that can help us all succeed. I have a lot of interest in how to make money, what to do, and how to become financially free. So I just wanted this to be a thing where we can all grow together and just learn together. So one thing I want you guys to do is please tell me what your milestones are. Tell me, like, how much do you want to invest this year? How much money do you want to make this year? What different things are you doing to make those goals happen? So please let me know down below. Okay guys, so here we are taking a look at my portfolio, and the account I use is a Vanguard, just regular brokerage account. So why do I use this account? One reason is because I like Vanguard's like just simplicity. I like the low rates, the low fund rates they have of their index funds, their mutual funds. They're, I believe, the lowest in the industry, one of the lowest in the industry. And I tend to steer away from platforms like Robinhood and Webull because I feel like they almost gamblify investing, and it goes against what we're trying to teach here, I believe. So I tend to stay away from those types of platforms because, like I said, it seems like they just kind of gamify, they gamblify investings or investment or investing, and those platforms are never going to promote you holding an index fund for 50 years. They're going to promote you options trading. They're going to promote you having triple leverage when you really have no clue what those are. So let's get right into like exactly what is in my portfolio already. So as you can see, I currently have $420 sitting in cash. I'm going to break it all down for you. Some of it is in a money market. You get like 4.2%, I believe, out of that. And next we can see I'm going to hop down here to my total. So I am right under $10,000. And I started this account I believe I started contributing in May of 2025. I believe so. I'm gonna have to go back and check that for sure. But that is my account, 9,500, almost right under $10,000. So let's see what I have invested in. So first off, I just want to say with these investments, this is not financial advice. Do not copy what I do. I am not a financial advisor, nor am I trying to give financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes. But please, if you want to invest in what I'm investing in, do your own research and justify the purchase yourself. Do not do it because I'm doing it. Do not doing it because someone else on the internet is doing it. We all know nothing. So I just want to touch briefly over these investments. So first, I have $459 within VUG. So what is this? This is Vanguard's growth ETF. It's basically an accumulation of a bunch of growth stocks. And this one has huge upside in bull markets, but it has downside in bear markets. And the reason why I purchased this is because I'm 23 years old, so I have plenty of room for this to grow. I can handle the risk. I believe I invest about $75 a week into VUG, and I started this probably just a couple months ago, so whatever 495 divided by 7 is roughly, that's how many weeks ago I started doing this. This is something new that I started doing. I kind of wish I would have done this all summer and got the dips, especially back in April, but no, I did not. My next is Amazon. Amazon is just so integrated in our lives. This is a no-brainer. I think that Amazon is definitely a go-to play, and I think that with robotics, that is one cutting-edge front that they are on. I think they will dominate in the future when it comes to delivering. They will be able to cut employees with automation. This is a great stock to be invested in. And I think later in the series, I think it's important to do more in-depth analysis on these stocks, but right now I'm just kind of going to brush over them. So next I have ASML. ASML does lithography technology. This is one of the most complicated things for chip manufacturing. So NVIDIA needs, like NVIDIA, AMD, they need ASML's ginormous machines. These things cost about $500 million each. It is ridiculous how much money these machines are, but they have a monopoly on it. It's an expertise that no one can replicate, and I really think they're going to hold the market on this. But there's tons of ups and downs when it comes to this company, but I really think that this is going to be a key player in the coming years. So the next company I have is Duolingo. Now, Duolingo is kind of an iffy play. I think that I'm going to be honest, it's more of a gamble. How many people are wanting to learn English? How many people are wanting to learn new languages? Duolingo's a great app. I've used it for Spanish, especially when I was in college studying. It kind of gamifies learning a language. And just think how many people want to learn English. Think how many people all over the world want to learn English, because English is the language of business. English is in everything. People want to learn English. The thing that I'm worried about, though, with Duolingo is AI taking over. People can easily learn new languages with AI, but the thing is, can they gamify it like Duolingo can? Can they capture market share like Duolingo has? They've had tremendous growth over the past couple years, and I believe that they will continue to do so. So my next play, this is probably my best investment I will ever have, hopefully. But Google, this is a no-brainer. After all of that BS of ChatGPT taking over market share, taking over search, it's just ridiculous. Google is an absolute powerhouse with their search, with their Google Cloud, with Waymo, autonomous vehicles, and YouTube, of course. One of the biggest, not the biggest ones, but for my sake, what platform I'm filming this video on, uploading this video to. Google is just huge. And recently, with them not having to sell off Google Chrome, I made a bunch of money between this account and a couple of my other accounts. This was a great play. So again, I think Google's currently undervalued right now. People are underestimating still what they can do, and I think it's a fabulous stock to be invested in. And the next stock that I'm going to go over is JP Morgan. Again, I have $299, about 2 shares. Sorry, I forgot to go over the share count and everything. But this stock is, of course, just a banking, checking. They almost do it all. They have credit cards, they're gaining interest, transaction fees. This is a great company to be invested in. And I personally use all of JP Morgan's products. I like to invest in companies that I use their products. And I think their software is great for paying off credit cards. I think that overall, this is a great company. And I think the financials will definitely see an upside in the future due to due to interest rate cuts. And also, I think that just finance is just in everything. People always need money, and the transaction fees on credit cards, such as like Visa and Master, it's just a no-brainer to invest in companies like that. And the next company I invested in is United Healthcare. So this one, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not the greatest fan of it. I don't really like investing in insurance companies. I don't really like healthcare in general, the way it's structured. I don't really like healthcare stocks. But I think this is just so integrated in everybody's lives that the stock has to go up. I mean, it's down like 40, 50, I think it's like 50%. So I think there's definitely potential for upside. And then I saw that Warren Buffett bought it. Not that you should just follow blindly, but obviously he does way more analysis and has a better head on his shoulders than I do. So I think that was definitely reassuring when he bought it, because I actually bought it before him and I'm sure he got it for a lower price. So I think that United Healthcare definitely has upside in the future. And like I said, it's not my favorite, but I think it will do great. I know one thing is for sure. I definitely want to buy more Amazon, more ASML, more Google, and more JP Morgan. The two, I'm not exactly sure about Duolingo and United Healthcare, but I definitely know I want to buy those two, and also, Vanguard ETF. So again, here's a series starting out $0 to $100,000 portfolio. And like I said, I know I'm almost already 10% of the way there, but hopefully we can just ignore that part. And in this series, I want you guys to realize that this is going to be a learning experience for me. I'm definitely going to make mistakes investing. I'm definitely going to have to take some losses, have some hardships, and this is going to be a learning experience for you guys too. So I just wanted to make that clear that like I said, I do not have all the answers, and I think this will be a fun series for me to get to know myself with emotions, with discipline, and overall, this series will be a great milestone to look back on and look at a great accomplishment, and hopefully you guys can accomplish something with me along the way too. Again, guys, I appreciate you being patient, and I'm sorry for not uploading for the regular viewers. Just like I said, life was kind of hectic, and maybe that's a video for another time. But I hope you guys can share with me, again, what your milestones are, where you want to be in the future. I'd love to hear what you guys have invested, what you guys plan to do. And overall, I'd love to see you guys grow with me. So please comment down below what you guys are investing in, what you plan to do for the future. And hopefully we can keep growing together and continue this series. If you found any interest in this, or think you will, please consider liking and subscribing. And with that being said, I guess I'll see you guys next week in the next video. So enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.